Okay, hi. So this is my case. My case is on Monsanto, which is a agricultural technology company that created and sells Roundup, which is currently the nation's and also the world's most popular and widely sold weed killer. Um, it's very effective, but recently, within the past 5 years, it's been found that it could possibly cause cancer to those who use it, and specifically those who breathe it in. And yeah, so I'll just discuss the ethics, the situation surrounding it, and the current scenario as it stands. So to start off, um, they have Roundup, and it's sold in 176 countries, and it's currently Monsanto's highest grossing product. It's their most popular product. And another company, and this is in 2015, another company called Bayer AG. It's a German pharmaceutical company. Um, Most people know of it. I think they make aspirin. I don't know off the top of my head. That's what sticks in there. Um, is is buying the company? Is buying Monsanto? They're going to merge and edge themselves into the herbicide sector of pharmaceuticals. So they do this, and at the same time, there's a European agency in France. It's called the International Agency for Cancer Research, but it is a French corporation actually, and they conducted trials in 2015 and found that uh, glyphosate, which is the active ingredient that kills the weeds inside of Roundup, is possibly carcinogenic, which means that it causes cancer or can lead to cancerous cells or tumors growing within humans. Now, they found this out through certain trials, and it was brought to their attention that certain people who had used Roundup um, had gotten cancer. Um, so they put that out there. The FDA, the U.S. agency, denies this. They find that Roundup is not carcinogenic. But Monsanto itself pointed towards two individual trials conducted that disproved this finding. However, it was later found out that both of those trials were funded exclusively by Monsanto and a separate entity within them called the Glyphosate Task Force. Not kidding. Now, at around the same time that this finding was discovered by this French agency, several people decided to pursue litigation, people who had used Roundup and gotten cancer. Now, it started with a janitor in California who'd used it, and by the time he found out that he could sue, he only had 7 months of his life left. So his case was pushed through the courts, and he was eventually awarded in the landmark. It was a landmark decision. He was awarded $289 million. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and pretty sure he has died too. Now, that's just kind of the ethics surrounding it. Very unethical. Monsanto tried to hide it. They even wrote individual studies after, and they had Monsanto scientists write their own reports, and then paid scientists to embrace them and claim them as their own, so as to legitimize their products and practices. Now, as it stands in 2019, over 1,000 cancer patients have filed cases against Roundup and Monsanto. But the merger has just, it's been announced it will complete by the end of 2019, so it's coming up. And Monsanto's chief executives are pretty much all unanimously going to resign and leave once the merger is finished. So their CEO, CFO, chief technical officer, the heads of their counseling departments, also their HR and PR representatives are all going to leave. I can only expect that the situation will get a lot worse once Bayer takes over, because I don't think they know fully what they're taking on for themselves. Now, my take on this is my family owns a a nursery. We grow and sell plants. And I've actually applied Roundup myself at least maybe 100 times while I've been here. And it's, I mean, I don't have cancer, but I have like definitely smelled and breathed it in, and it is not good. And I can only imagine that money would be the underlying reason why they would just push this product out on the shelves. And especially after they realized 4 years ago that it, without a doubt, would cause cancer. And pretty much this just violates, well, like human dignity for starters, and also the common good, because the underlying effect of this is on all of the food products grown not only in the United States but also throughout the world pretty much. And it causes cancer. So the people that are growing our food are dying. They are getting cancer and they are dying. And so far, it's Roundup is supposed to wash away. It's supposed to be applied every 3 months or so. And so far, it doesn't track into our food supply. But if it ever did, I can't stress enough how disastrous that would be and how many people could really ultimately die. And yeah, just in conclusion, Monsanto developed this product. It's very effective. It certainly does kill a lot of weeds, but it also kills people too, so I guess it's just too good. And they attempted to hide how it caused cancer, and they attempted to discredit all of those who stood against it. And even today, the FDA still does consider it to be non-carcinogenic, despite proof that it is. And so far, only cases filed in California are having success in reaching settlements with Monsanto.